Alright guys, I got something really cool to show you. This is a beautiful Birch record player. I don't know the exact date that this is from. I haven't done much research on it. I just picked it up from a very beautiful home and a wonderful person who sold this to me off of Facebook. I'm super excited. And I'm going to show you a little bit about it, and we're going to get it working a little bit smoother right now. I want to take apart and work on the motor, make sure that that's in good shape. It probably needs some new grease, but it's a crank-based one, like a lot of these. So you crank it this way. Generally, you want the brake on when you're doing that, but clearly it does work. It does crank. There is a little bit of noise, so I think probably some new gaskets will help. And then up here, this is supposed to flip around, but this is extremely, extremely tight. So we're going to fix that right now. So let's go grab some tools. I want a square one. A specific piece. Let's see. Right. I can't even get it out of the damn case. Oh, this is so that's a note. Yes, this will do. Oh no, that's better. Far better. All right, just need to loosen this. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna take this out. I want to see how much gunk is in here. There we go. Oh yeah, yeah, that's good. That's wicked. We're gonna clean this up. The reproducer looks pretty good. It looks like it's a metal housing on the inside, a metal piece, metal plate. It is. This looks like it was already rebuilt at one point, which is really great to see. New gasket already. It still has the front piece, which is nice. This doesn't look too period correct, but that's okay. The needle looks pretty solid. We have a whole bag of needles that this came with. I think there's supposed to be something in there to stop it. It should be good. All right, so that's pretty solid. I'm going to clean this off first because there is a lot of greasy substance in there. Old gunk. Where are the paper towels? All right. Get rid of this. This looks like maybe someone used WD-40 on it. Good idea to remove moisture so it didn't rust, but you generally want to use some super, super fine oils, like 3-in-1 oil. That's not super fine. But some other oils out there are really a good choice. Lucas oil, clock oils, that type of stuff is a really good idea. We'll clean this whole thing up big time, get it in super, super good shape. All right, so that should be pretty good. Take a little bit of this. This is just 3-in-1, like I said. Should make this a little bit better. I don't have any Lucas with me where I am at the moment, but that's okay. Let me get this to move back and forth a little bit. It's definitely pretty sticky. All right. Let's see, any other nuts holding it in? Nope, doesn't look like it. It's funny, look at the milling on this. Look at how this is so much thicker down here and so much thinner up here. Fascinating. I think it's how they grooved this. They cut this whole thing down like that. It's interesting, actually. See, that's the thing that's a little odd to me. This should be really, really, really loose when going on to the actual record. It shouldn't be as tight as it is at the moment. I'm going to remove that. Leave that in. This actually will produce really good sound from what I can tell already. Alright, I am curious why it's sticking so much. I think I should have brought some silicone. A little bit of Teflon grease would have been really, really good for this. See what's causing it. Alright, it's the gunk that's at the back. Might have to adjust the tolerances a little, so bear with me for a second here. If some of you think it's supposed to be very stiff, that's not how a lot of the Victrolas that I've worked with are supposed to be. You want the reproducer to be able to move and flex. So if it's too stiff, it's going to scratch and damage the actual plate. So we're going to grab a few things. And let me see what I have here. That should work. I can tell it's close, but we're basically just going to very, very carefully. Small piece of this. I'm gonna mill down a few millimeters. This is like 3000 sandpaper, 3000 grit. So it's not going to do much but take off a very, very, very small amount because we want these tolerances to be less. Let's see. I'm going to test it while it's dry, and then I'll put some greases and stuff in it. Pretty snug. Still snug as it can be. It's getting there. It's right there. That's where it's tight. Interesting. Okay. I see why people use the WD-40 on this. Try and get it looser. All right, we're going to go with this one. Now the nickeling on this is definitely, gone away, but it's not too bad. I mean, it shows its age, but it doesn't look bad. It actually looks kind of nice for its age. I generally like things a little fixed up how I like to do it, but sometimes the antique showing its age is not a bad thing at all. Oh, we're definitely polishing it, that's for sure. It looks like maybe someone did try and mill this down. Maybe that's why it's like that. Now that nut that was in before, the only point of that nut is to keep it within this groove so that this doesn't flip to the wrong side or flip around. It's not supposed to be locked down too tight, which it wasn't. It was actually perfectly fine. It's the actual tolerances on this metal were extremely tight. All right, let's see if this works. Closer. Look at that. That's almost perfect. Almost. So we're getting there. That's even without any grease or anything in. So we're gonna do the inside again. Not as much getting taken off on the inside here. I'll protect the top there. Case is in exceptionally good shape for its age, which is great. I'm guessing this is 30s, but no, still not there. So if it's getting tight there, I'm gonna say, let me grind this side down. We're just gonna focus on this side. If we had some 2000 instead, this would be a little bit easier with the 2. I don't want to scratch it though. That's 1000. This might work. That's pretty much what we wanted. That's perfect. Considering, where it was, that's very good. We're gonna loosen it more because I still want some grease in there. But it can't hurt to have it a little bit on the looser side. The tighter side is what can damage it. As it gets gunk and other things in it, that's when it could be bad for the machine. And there's some burrs on the end here, so I'm going to remove those. They didn't do that in the manufacturing of this. Just a little on the sharp side, that's all. And then I will polish it with a higher grit sandpaper again, because that increase of polish will reduce friction. Well, actually, when you think about it, if the surfaces are too perfect, they can actually almost, in a sense, create suction. So having them not perfect is fine. Yeah, see, lots of nice metal coming off. Now, I would use silicone grease if I had some, but I don't have any. It's super lube stuff. It's really great for mechanical items. That's perfect right now. So we took a few millimeters off, or maybe a millimeter or so. That's brilliant. Should be nice. Oh, this isn't even open. Anyhow, let me see if we have an open one. Let's see. That is Ultra Seal. Sealant. Sealant, sealant. Nope. 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 Definitely not. Ooh. No. On honing oil, but not gonna work. Nope. How about this? No, that's Loctite. That's Loctite. That's definitely a bad idea. Okay, well, might as well just use this. Do this at home, kids. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna end up cutting my damn hand open. Alrighty, I got it open. Had to hit it with an awl. I got a little bit of white grease. Just a little bit. Come on, where is it? Why isn't it coming out now? There we go. What happened? Oh, my batteries are going low. That's great. Just on my headset. That's okay. There. A small amount right in here. We're going to sacrifice this needle real quick to move some of this grease in. There's a little hole. Ah, I know why. This was tightened down too much at one point. Look, there's a little hole right here. Right there. You can see it. So, definitely want to be careful if you have one of these. Do not tighten this down too much because it can damage it. Alright. That's really good. It's very good. I also just moved this nut, moved it out a little bit so it's kind of more at a distance, at an angle. I'm going to pop this back in, and we're just going to hand tighten it. See? Okay, see, it's a little bit awkwardly tight going that way, but that's okay. Oh, that's better. Wow, yep, that's way better. Way, way, way better. This will probably work now. I don't know how good the record is, but it says non-breakable plastic. That's funny. It's adorable. Huh. Patricia, and then we've got So Long Sally. Well, put the brake on, wind it up a little bit, and then let's grab a needle from here. Oh, no one saw that. This was shipped to me, so where are the needles? There it is. Oh, get your needles from here, you guys. I don't actually know. Maybe they're still around from Minnesota. Put that in. We're going to rest this where it's supposed to be. We're going to let it go. Oh, come on. It's not strong enough. Okay, that's interesting. So this does seem a little bit on the heavy side for it. Well, it works. It's exceptionally loud, like holy crackers loud. I do have to test out why it doesn't want to move with a small amount of pressure on it. I don't know if it needs a little bit more winding, or what, but technically it should work fine with being wound up like that. Uh-oh. So it seems to... Interesting. Oh, and interesting, it's causing this to... These are coming out. It doesn't lock it down enough. Even when I lock it down, for some reason, it comes out. Creepy. Yep. Okay, so this isn't even holding the piece in correctly, which is interesting. This is probably the wrong nut. We'll find out. Alright, So, we probably need a few things adjusted on the inside. Because this should be able to handle the weight. All of these devices should be able to handle that weight. I mean, I'm barely touching it and it's not even able to spin. So there's probably something sticking on the inside causing it to not want to work as well. So that's going to tip down like that. Good. I feel like there's something missing here. We'll figure it all out. Alright, put the brake on. We're going to take this beautiful plate off. And we're going to figure out how she comes apart. My guess, these screws probably are our main culprit. We're going to undo this backwards, if you guys see. And because this is already a 20-minute video, I'm going to pause it here, upload this as is, and come back with the next one in a little.